Our private client services team is recognized for providing clear and practical legal advice to our clients in the United Kingdom and Ghana. Expert help with will writing, probate or estate administration. Our will writers and probate lawyers can act for you to obtain grant of probate and carry out estate administration on your behalf. The probate takes place after someone dies. If there's a will, the named executor is responsible for ensuring that the estate of the deceased is secured, assessing its value and paying any inheritance tax. If there is no will, the intestate and inheritance rules require similar responsibilities. Our lawyers offer strategic and practical solutions to the issues which clients face, whether it's in relation to succession planning, will preparation, probate and the administration of estates, immigration and visas, contentious family or probate disputes, administering estates often with inheritance cross-border issues, international trust advice including residence, domicile issues, wealth preservation, a fast, efficient service from SRA-regulated professionals, transparent pricing. BWF Solicitors. Let us take care of probate.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner. With over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340 or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your location. Happy, happy, happy 69th Independence Day. Emma Ghana phone nara. Ene otwedi ampo adaroma yebeda na se wama ye nkwa ama ya hoden na yedi dwumedie eba makwan. Media ne manyeti na ene akoye Independence Day Emma Ghana phone nyina memobia we besi happy, 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 happy Independence Day to all my fellow Ghanaians, siblings, friends, family obi biara ofre ne ho Ghana ni bia ene eye Ghana awoda de ma no enti mema obi bia happy 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 Independence Day. Yen BWF Solicitors your message I de ma say as we celebrate the courage, we celebrate the courage, unity, and resilience that shaped our nation. May the spirit of freedom and justice continue to guide us all. Na kyerɛ sɛ ɛyɛ message a more ɔden ɛmo ɔdɛ ɛma yɛn nyinaa Ghanafoɔ a yɛwɔ Ghana ɛwɔ akwantuom yɛwɔ baabi biara a wɔ bi a wofrɛ wo ho Ghana ni nko adeɛ ɛnɛ ɛyɛ wo Independence Day. Nti yɛbɛde Nyame ase ɛwɔ hɔ. Na obi bɛhyɛ Independence Day 69 years. Na kyerɛ sɛ next year ne yɛkɔ 70 o. Na obi bɛka sɛ yɛwɔ da no a na kyerɛ sɛ woanya 69 years na obi bɛbisa sɛ yɛwɔ bi that day na independence yɛgye freedom no ɛne ɛnɛ na yɛde compare ne ho ɛne Ghana ntotoɛ a yɛbɛka ne sɛn Ghana development, Ghana progress, Ghana enim kɔ no ɛte sɛn ɛwɔ bi abrabɔ mu a yɛwɔ no the same day up to 69 years a wenya. Yɛka sɛ ɛyɛ saa comparison na we might not be realistic, but then nneɛma bebree wɔ hɔ a you can talk about it. Ghana in particular no nneɛma akɔ so yie paa, but ɛnɛ ɛnyɛ no ho asɛm na yɛbɛka ɛnɛ ɛnyɛ no ho asɛm na yɛka, it's just sɛ yɛ celebrate ɛnti na me so magye me kyɛ a ɛne magye me Ghana dress na kyerɛ sɛ me so me celebrate Ghana no because Ghana yɛyie a ɛyɛ ma yɛn nyinaa yɛgye di sɛ ɛnkyɛ biara saa aban a wɔwɔ so yi ɔtoto ne nneɛma yie kakra nti no ebedu baabi na afei Ghana bɛyɛ yie ma yɛn nyinaa yɛfi amanɔne akɔ Ghana ne akɔ akɔtena ase na yɛn nso yɛ enjoy the beautiful things that's coming to Ghana very 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 soon, very soon. Megye di sɛ wɔn nso w'ani asɔ sometimes menim sɛ ɛnɛ wobɛkɔ all the radio stations ɛwɔ Ghana, almost every radio station anaasɛ TV stations a ɛwɔ Ghana nyinaa no obi a ɛka Ghana 69 years no ɛdeɛm progress ɛna wayɛ so far obia homakye obia kyerɛ sɛ obia ɛɛka nneɛma a wɔka in terms of development, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of just a whole lot of areas a wɔka ho asɛm. But me question mebisa wɔ ho nso sɛ wo nso wohu Ghana sɛn? Ghana di 69 years wo nso a wohwɛ me no wohu Ghana sɛn? Nti wonya answer na kyerɛ sɛ ɛno ano no me nua Bartley Duma mekyia wo yie ankasa saa nso na mekyia Fred Amoa mede nkyia kɛseɛ Abena Ɔbenewa sorry wo nso mede nkyia kɛseɛ de ma wo paa Margaret Edu Mensa mo nso wo nso gye wo nhyira Bernard wo nso gye kum baabi biara a wɔ mede nkyia kɛseɛ de ma wo Dina do a wo nso saa nso na Margaret Edu Mensa Nana Kwame Obrempɔn wode ne deɛ modi ankasa Abraham Dodu baabi a ɔwɔ biara nkyɛ no menga bodwogba adeɛ nkyɛ say kindly share, comment and like the page as soon as you can come in into na ɔde naseɛ de ma Adaisafo baabi biara a ɔwɔ me Kofi mo nso so mekyia wo mo a maba so nyinaa nyame nka mo ho na mo nhyɛ keep sharing Nana Gyima ebisa sɛ tili updates bɛn na ɛwɔ hɔ yo sisi a mɛka moba so a monhyɛ mo like na mompia ne ti kɔ ne nkɔ ɛnɛ akɔyɛ Independence Day no mo obi bɛsɛ it's obi bɛsɛ Ghana happy birthday obi na wɔka sɛ Ghana happy birthday Ghana happy birthday nti Ghana happy birthday no woba so a bɔ mmɔden a na pia ne ti kɔ na and then do us that favor by sharing, liking our page, and then subscribing to our YouTube channel. So will become part of the family. No, now anytime we come on, no, you'll be the first person to have the notification to join the program. Sisia no this month a match, yeah, UK update baako a ɛwɔ hɔ a mɛka ho asɛm ansa na mafrɛ me resource person aba no ɛyɛ English language test na wokɔ akɔtwerɛ indefinite na wotwerɛ anaasɛ wokɔ akɔyɛ extension a wotwerɛ no anaa wokɔ akɔgye yɛka ne sɛ British citizen a wotwerɛ no. Ɛnɛ saa English language no from 26 of this month no ɛkɔ n'anim. Yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ sorry, from 26 of next year 2027 no ɛsesa from B1 to B2, B1 to B2. Na B1 nankasa no adodoɔ na ntumi ɛnyɔ. Enti na kyerɛ sɛ wonim sɛ 20 next year na wobɛ renew wo nkrataa wobɛnya indefinite leave anaasɛ mene wo a mɛstarte adesua no seesie a ahyɛ aseɛ na wasua. Sometimes obi bɛka sɛ na sɛ B1 ɛnhyɛ da ɛnyɛ den. Yo, wo a wakɔ school akɔ anim deɛ ɛnyɛ den ɛmma, but ɛnyɛ obiara na ɔkɔɔ school edu anim saa. Ɛna afei nso when it comes to biribiara a yɛabɔ ne din sɛ test anaasɛ exams na wonni akukuduro a wontumi nkɔgyina ano sɛ ɛyɛ 1 2 3 sɛ kan anaa ABC sɛ kan koraa na wode courage na ɛkɔ, because the moment they mention the word exams anaasɛ test pɛ na dodoɔ na akoma ɛɛbɔ pimpim. Na mmom yɛwɔ adesuapɔn bi a meda ano a yɛkyerɛ saa B1 no ne B2 ne all the English skills ne nyinaa a wobɛtumi esua ne nkakra until sɛ wobɛkɔ akɔtwerɛ wo exams, wobɛkɔ akɔyɛ exams no. Yɛma wo exams akukuduro a wobɛtumi akɔ a wokɔ koraa wonsuro, kyerɛ sɛ wokata w'ani koraa no a wobɛtumi ayɛ no fɛfɛɛfɛ. Saa akukuduro no na yɛkyerɛkyerɛ wɔ hɔ. Yɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so bisa questions no, yɛkyerɛ kwan a yɛfa so answer question no. Obi efeeli B1, you will not be you kyerɛ sɛ wonte ase A1 koraa obi feeli na ɔsɛ na A1 yɛse how are you wokɔ hene ada na no koraa obi feeli na kyerɛ sɛ ɛnyɛ obiara na ɔwɔ saa English nimdeɛ no anaasɛ even po n'ano sɛbio n'ano atumi ka saa aborɔfo no. Obi wɔ hɔ abɛtena aburokyerɛman mu kasa ɔte ara ne sɛ McDonald's, come go, ɛno a asa biribiara ni hɔ a ɔtumi de ka ho. Enti sɛ wamfa ne nsa anyɛ gestures for you to understand and demonstrate for you to understand him or her na kyerɛ sɛ come go eat drink ɛno pɛ ɛna ɔte aseɛ. Na how to construct a sentence koraa na abɔ ne epusa. Enti ne sɛ wopɛ sɛ saa deɛ wosua na from B1 na migrated to B2 yi wo nso bɛyɛ confident in the exams na bɔ mmɔden ara na frɛ line no after we finish the program no wobɛtumi afrɛ 07 line na yɛde bɛdi dwuma no wofrɛ no a I can book you anytime bi a wopɛ sɛ ɔstart wo lesson na yɛ nhyehyɛ ato hɔ na wastarte. Ɛyɛ Katie Ed Consult foɔ ɛna ɛyɛ saa dwumadie. Wopɛ sɛ ɔkɔtwerɛ IELTS, maybe IELTS no B1 B2 for your skill exams test na anaasɛ woanya adwuma ɔmo a mo change yɛka ne sɛ sponsorship na from independent from dependent skills visa to COS anaasɛ yɛka ne sɛ course wobɛnya course na ɛkyerɛ sɛ you have to get the English language aspect of the qualification way no na wode aka ho. Enti no mo no B2 ne B1 no is still pending a wobɛtumi astarte atwerɛ na wakɔ akɔyɛ. Wopɛ obi a wobɛtumi ne wafam all the 4 skills na yɛ reading, writing, listening and then yɛka ne sɛ speaking na bɔ mmɔden a na frɛ yɛn na yɛne wo nkɔ nkyerɛkyerɛ mu. Yɛbɛma wo very smooth tutorial sɛnea yɛtwerɛ exams no, sɛnea yɛpaase, kwan a yɛfa so yɛde paase a ɛbɛyɛ very very easy de ama wo na woatumi ayɛ. Yo, yɛmmerɛ no kɔ nti no mede ɛno bɛto ha na yɛakɔ yɛ resource person so ɛnɛ a yɛne ne bɛdi dwuma. Yɛbrɛ panyin yɛ teacher baako pɛ ɛyɛ lawyer Charles Asma. Ɔno na yɛne ne ba bɛdi dwuma no. Enti sɛ lawyer Charles Asma ayɛ ready a mɛto nsa afrɛ no mama no. Good morning and happy Independence Day Emma Ghana for 69 years. Brother Charles, you are welcome.
Thank you, Na. Good morning and
Good morning.
Happy Independence Day.
Thank you.
And all Ghanaians watching us this morning. We wish that our country will prosper, our country will grow, and our country will see beyond what we see.
That's it.
We pray that God will endow Ghana with leaders who are selfless, more for Ghana and less for themselves. That is our wish on this Independence Day.
Yo, lawyer Asma, yedasi, ewo ho. Yes, obia koni na udikoto dwem na obọ mpaya no aboga na den so e de aka ho. Sisia no yenye ho say some of the countries won say western and Asia ho no ba bi no omo start saa war nketenkete ye nyina ye ni Iran asem ne Iraq sisia US so e de ne ho abom na che say nioma enkoyie e wo baabi na yɛ mpaebɔ ne sɛ World War 3 no enya mba nso sɛnea nneɛma ɛkɔ yi obi insinuate but then you can see the signals of such thing bound to happen which we pray against though nti no mo bɔ mpaeɛ no mo abɔ mpaeɛ ama wiase nyinaa wobɔ ama Ghana na wobɔ mpaeɛ ama wiase nyinaa nso de aka ho yo yɛbɛkɔ yɛ nim lawyer Asma me nsa to nsa afrɛ wo yi deɛ yɛbɛhwɛ mmerekɔ deɛ na yɛn bia home office deɛ yɛse March nneɛma bebree ɛtu sign na update bi wɔ hɔnom anaa patwɔ.
Yona, Bibia for bi a new ho a yenim. So we'll move to the substantive matter.
Matiasie. Yo, ɛneɛ producer yɛde ntɛmtɛm ode topic ne bɛto dwa de ama me na mede ama etiefo na I'm trying to share my program as well. Enti no ode yɛbɛto dwa na yɛkyekye mu kakra na afei yɛbɛbie telephone lines no ama etiefo na ahwɛfoɔ na wetumi ebisa question bi a wopɛ after the teaching and also after the education na yɛbie telephone line na yɛma wɔ akonya ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ ade a topic a na etire a yɛsua ho adeɛ no that's the only way only area wobɛbisa wo question no you can ask your question I mean, be it immigration, be it family law, be it litigations and everything concerning legal matters. We are here to support or to hear from you and then to answer your questions and your queries. And you know, over to me just after yebema education in the next few minutes na fe and the topic yeba be discussing school worker dependent child application how to avoid refusal and just say when we bring a topic like this now it's the possibility say yenya few nkurɔfoɔ a apply na refuse ɔmo and then when we look at the trending na sɛ nea home office refuse nkurɔfoɔ no na yɛde enimdeɛ de abrɛ wo sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a if afei na woyɛ w'adwene na wokɔ akɔyɛ such application now you know the right thing to do in order not to be refused by the home office nti no ɛnɛ topic a yɛde aba no skill worker dependent child application mo amu nim skill worker nsɛm deɛ ɛdɔɔso yie when it comes to skill workers sisia no ebi mo nya obi bɛ se avenue a ɔmo de escape ɔmo ti me mpɛ sɛ mɛka ne mpɔtɔ mo kasa kakra me nka ne ayɛtwi mo kasa ɔmo di gyigye ɔmo ti esan sɛ aware ne bebree a ba kurom ha no dodoɔ na bɛyɛ gyigya na ɛbɛyɛ gyigya no na ayɛ sɛ dependent foɔ no nso ɔmo ho keka nkasa esan sɛ one way or two things bi akɔ so ama enigye amba ama aware gyae aware guo obi kora nka nkyɛn obi ho sɛ menya me news US no memfa wo enka ho biom nso pɛ wo kwan nafa enti sɛ wokɔyɛ ɔbɛrima de a na kyerɛ sɛ wakɔpɛ ɔbaa bi sɛbio ne na atwempena kakra waware no na wo ne na wo anampo aware gyae mbaeɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ wokɔnya obi foforɔ a wontumi ɛnware no nea ɔbɛyɛ ne sɛ agya wobɛsi lɔbi a na nyinsan aba na ma wo woyɛ no a sɛ nipa na ɔne ne woyɛ no sɛ nyame adom na ɔno wɔ gyinabea yie a meka gyinabea yie a na kyerɛ sɛ ɔno ne ho ka wɔ kurom a na kyerɛ sɛ wobɛgyina akwalaa ne so na wode ayɛ wo application na wo nso yɛagye woatom atena ase na ɛnɛ mistakes a nkurɔfoɔ yɛ na yɛrefuse ɔmo wɔ such application no ɛno na ɛnɛ yɛba bɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a wo nso wobɛnya ho nimdeɛ na woyɛ wɔ application a yɛnrefuse so nti lɛ asma mɛsa ato nsa de afrɛ wo biom mema me kasa ayɛ tenten nti mɛgya platform no de ama wo even though we'll make it a lot interactive sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛyɛ kamakama nti no skill worker dependent application how to avoid refusal na mɛdi kan bisa wo what are some of the cases and scenarios that will lead sɛ obi bɛkɔ akɔyɛ dependent child application na afei nso no wanhwɛ na wanyɛ ne yie a yɛkɔ refuse no so yɛ refuse no next time no anaasɛ obi foforɔ na ɛkɔ akɔyɛ a kwan be no be fa so si na ebe ya ono ye refuse no. But what me questions na say na only ye flow. Me that say.
Yo na medase bebre etiefo ne ahwefo yema obi biara achi ewo bibia wo a wotie yen ebiara. A very good morning to everybody who is watching and listening to us this morning wherever you are. Today we are going to attempt to mix the language so that those who are non-Ghanaians can benefit from the conversation or the discussion as well. A lot of people say, why do you only wait till Saturday? So we'll try our best to blend it. And there's a share skilled workers bebree. Omo person ko fa mumba eba, obi mo a nurse or a teacher or a construction worker or a care worker. Like a kan ho bebree. Or the ono aba, bia na yere anase nukunu aba. Omo person ko fa nkwala no ba. Bia akwala no ye stepchild. Anasa akwala no ye ono ane ba. Anasa mumie ni nyina mumba. Na yɛde application atum na yɛ refusal akwala no. Yɛbisa yɛn ho sɛ, kwan bɛn so na wɔbɛfa a wobɛtumi nya visa na ama akwala no ama nkɔba sɛ de bia no na refusal akwala no. Na nkwala application no asɛm a ɛwɔ ho no ɛna ɛnɛ yɛbɛbiebie mu no. Skilled worker visas no mmara ɛda ho no yɛfrɛ no appendix skilled worker to the immigration rules. Appendix skilled worker. Now, ne fa bi no yɛfrɛ no paragraph SW32. SW32. Na sa SW32 no obaka kyerɛ sɛ woyɛ skilled worker dependent. Now we application ama wo ba mana be join wo a. So we are skilled worker. Now we application ama wo ba or you dependent mana be join wo. So say we use emra foforo bi a ye friend no appendix children. Na sa appendix children yi na ebe kyerem say akwala no ye de visa no ba ma no ana say ye mfa ama no. Ye wo mu ɛfa miɛnsa 3 parts. Edikan yɛhwɛ akwala a ɔmaame ne ɔpapa nyinaa ɔmo wɔ UK. Na akwala no ebe join ɔmo wɔ UK. Sa akwala no because both parents are in the UK. Likely say yɛde bɛma no because both parents no wɔ UK. So both parents no wɔ UK there. Aka no nko a anaso obi na ɔhwɛ akwala no wɔ baby ɔwɔ no. It is easier say parents bɛka sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛba no ebe join yɛn. Sa nipa no ɛsɛ sɛ prove sɛ ne ba no no. Ɛno no. Na obi so mu a ɔmo kɔfa akwala na ba. One parent is in the UK and the other parent is elsewhere in another country. And no sɛ nipa no ɔwɔ elsewhere in another country no so ɔwɔ nkrataa. And so easy sɛ akwala no yɛde bɛma no. Na nso be prove sɛ akwala no ɔno ne saa ne ɔwɔ the other country no wɔ mma. Ɛna the next one yɛ akwala no a ɔba no ɔne the other parent no ɛna ɛba. Nti akwala no a ɔba no so ɔne the other parent no na ɛba a ɛno nso easier because so the other parent no ɔhwɛ akwala no na ɔno so ɛbɛ join ne spouse a ɔyɛ akwala ne papa na sɛ ne maame a then why na ɔbɛhwɛ akwala no. It makes sense so ɔne akwala no ɛbɛtu kwan abɛ join the other person dependent no. Na nneɛma issue no time a baako wɔ UK na the other parent no so ɛwɔ country na akwala no ɛwɔ mu no emu. anaasɛ baako wɔ UK na the other parent no ɛwɔ ɔman foforɔ so a onni nkrataa. Tuma yɛnhyɛ ɛhɔ no nso. Sɛ baako wɔ UK na baako wɔ the country where the child is difficult. We'll come to why. Or one parent is resident in the UK and the other parent is resident elsewhere in another country but without valid residence. Those two scenarios will make it difficult for the child to be granted. Enti se ekoba se akwala no one parent ewo UK, the other parent ewo baby akwala no wa. Na say possible say be refuse akwala no a nyoma ben na nipa no akofa akwala no as say odigu akwan mu to avoid refusal. Nti ye share appendix RW appendix relationship with children. Appendix relationship with children. That paragraph CHI 3.2. Paragraph CHI 3.2. Abakacho say, Sakwala no other parent in a war where the child is, and the other parent in the UK wants to bring the child to join him or her. Three things must be considered by the caseworker. One, that the other parent in the country where the child is no more. In other words, the other parent is dead. And if the other parent is dead, then the one in the UK is the one who is the surviving parent. And so automatically, the child is able to relocate to where the surviving parent is. And if the surviving parent is in the UK, then that is the only way the child can have a meaningful upbringing, growth, and support. So where there's death, it's easy to justify why the child must be relocated. And of course, you have to give reasons. But death makes it justifiable. In this case, you need death certificate of the other parent. Death certificate. Then we're also looking at the other aspect, which is where there's no death. B or the two says that the parent in the UK must have sole responsibility. The parent in the UK must have sole responsibility to be able to bring the child to join him or her in the UK. It means the parent in the UK must prove that he or she has sole responsibility for the child. Sole responsibility is a technical word and it's just a theory. To be able to convert the theory to practice, you cannot just go and bring one paper or two papers and say, this is my sole responsibility evidence. And therefore, what we are looking to see is a range of things to support the claim that you are the only parent who is available in the life of this child, even though the other parent is not dead. So why are you saying that you have sole responsibility? So first thing that the caseworker will look at is, one, from the time the child was born up to the time you want to bring the child to join you in the UK, what has been your role in terms of schooling, in terms of healthcare, in terms of general guidance and support, in terms of naming of the child, in terms of friendship groups the child belongs to, in terms of anything the child needs, religion, and so on and so forth, extracurricular activities or community involvement, all those activities, who makes decision for the child to participate in? Is it you? If it's you, how do you prove it? And how long has that been? School. Since the child started schooling, what has been your relationship with the school? What has been the engagement with the school? What is the evidence? So it's not just about who pays the school fees, but about who is there for the child in terms of getting involved in the education of the child directly with the school. Very important. So if you just go and pick a school letter from the school, that is not enough. Because the school letter is just one piece of paper. But the child might have been in that school, or the child might have been in school for about 10 years, or about 9 years, or about 8 years, or about whatever years. What has been your involvement if you claim that there's no other parent? The same applies to church. The same applies to medical care or hospital or health care provided to the child. Nti ɛyɛ important sɛ yɛbɛtumi approve saa nneɛma nyinaa. Nti sɛ wokɔ kɔgye court order, bebree no ara wotie pocket lawyers na ɔse me deɛ mekɔgye court order na mede yɛɛyɛ na ɛfaeɛ, nso kɔgye court order. What is court order? They go to court and ask for custody order of the child. Custody order. So a custody order no nea ɔka nyinaa ne sɛ the child lives with you or the child must live with you. Wowɔ UK, akwadaa no wɔ the other country, be it Ghana, Nigeria, wherever, and you have sought a court order, custody order. Yes, if been granted. But then, how can somebody who is not resident in that country seek court order and claim that ɔpɛ sɛ ɔde akwadaa no ɛba ne nkyɛn wɔ UK simply because yɛama no court order? What was the basis of that? Court order no is just for custody. It doesn't take away responsibility of the other parent. So the fact say yɛase akwadaa no bɛtumi atena wɔ nkyɛn no, ɛno nkyerɛ sɛ the other parent is irresponsible. If the other parent is still responsible, then there's shared responsibility, not sole responsibility. So let's remember that you cannot go to court and obtain a custody order and call it sole responsibility evidence simply because court natural was so custody order for sole responsibility. No, you cannot just get that to replace the whole activities that you ought to be performing to prove that you are the only parent in the life of this child. So you claim say akwadaa no ne maame ni hɔ anasa ne papa ni hɔ. What happened? Does it mean say you became a victim of rape or you became a victim of circumstance? Enti akwadaa no yɛwo no wehu papa no. Especially if you are a mother and you are claiming the father is not in the life of the child. Does it mean that you were raped? Nti wunim akwadaa ne papa from the beginning anasa papa no anji nyinsɛn no. Nti wa na wode abobɔ wo ho up to now. How do you demonstrate that? A lot of people will also make application and go to the other parent and collect a letter. And the other parent will say that I want our child, or this child to go to where the father is or where the mother is. And I'm happy for the child to travel to the UK. The fact that you agree for the child to travel to the UK means that you are in the life of the child. And so the other parent doesn't have sole responsibility. So if you obtain a consent from the other parent as part of the application will be refused because you are demonstrating that there's shared responsibility and that the other parent has agreed for the child to relocate. We're also looking at other aspects of sole responsibility. We've touched on education, your involvement, religious activities, your involvement, healthcare, your involvement, and also the physical care. Who looks after the child? Is it the case that once the other parent abandoned this child, you entrusted the child in the care of your mom or a family member or a friend, and you have been given instruction, and they don't do anything without your permission or authorization? If that's the case, we want to see. But again, think about this. You've been in the UK for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. You want to go and bring your child as a skilled worker. All those 3 years, 2 years, you have never bothered or sought to visit your child to find out how things are going. Yet you claim that the child cannot be looked after properly. That doesn't make sense. Because as a responsible father or mother who is the only parent in the life of this child, common sense and logic will prompt us to go to where the child is to find out things for ourselves. Yet, 3 years, 2 years, you haven't bothered. And you get up one day in 2026 or 2025 to say that I want my child to join me. You have been away for 3 years and the child has survived for 3 years at least. So why can't the child continue to survive? The caseworker will say that comparing where the child is and where you are, and the fact that you haven't even been bothering to visit the child, on the balance of probabilities, it will be in the best interest of the child to stay where the child is continuously, without you bringing the child to change the environment and to change lifestyle and life for the child. And so, nyama we nyinaa no important. Nti say so responsibility anye year. The third option will be what is serious and compelling in the life of this child, that if the child is not brought to the UK, the child may not be able to survive. And that is a safeguarding matter, safeguarding concern. So here, yes, the other parent is there, but the other parent has remarried, and the new lover in the life of this parent is saying that I don't want to see somebody else's child in my life. And so you have to choose between me and the child. And a lot of useless parents will choose between, which would abandon their own children for love. On that case basis, or for that reason, this person may say that because the other parent, we choose between love and the child, obi ani ho ohwe akwala no ntimi de akwala no kra den ama me maame anasa me papa anasa me nua bi a say onhwe akwala no ema me whilst I organize permanent solution for the care of the child. Again, say, Sanatia, how often have you been visiting the child? How, again, we're looking at engagement with the school, engagement with church, and so on and so forth. Because the church, the school may be showing concern because there's a safeguarding matter, maybe some neglect going on. Because nipa no hwa akwala no so onhwe ne yie. Nti so onhwe ne yie dia, then a school for no ka akwala no ko school a concerns ben e ho. Okwa sorry a concerns ben no more raise. Okwa hospital a concerns ben no more raise. All this, what has been the conversation and how long has this been? Sana etie dia, nkola ne bi omu a, omedi bi a 15, omedi 14, omedi 13, akwaye behavior issues. They are into other group or gang activities because obi ani ho a ohwe nkwala no anase n'ani kɔ nkwala no ho. Enti obiara agya nkwala no omukɔ na omo aba na omo pɛ na omo yɛ. And saa ade no nti, some of them are into some vices or social groups in the community. And my police for kra show concern. Where is it? Again, there has been child welfare assessment report done on the children trigger the need for the child to be moved from where they are. How often have you been visiting the child or the children to ensure say, because what you say in Kolani life I am miserable as a responsible parent. We am show nti ubata akofie akohwe nkwala no. Evidence wɔ he say we show concern ama wo nkwala no nti aban and show concern na nkwala no embra wo nkyɛn. Putting all this together, the caseworker will conclude that the child can be given visa to relocate. Tinyoma ya abubosu nyina no say am endi mu ewo application nkwala no application mu a e be refuse nkwala no. Nti koya be fa so a e be fix no. E say ye kan na ya kyerem obetumi ayese obetumi ayese na ayekama. Na saying oba me ho so person okofa ne maba na me man a checklist. Last week of friend me I say, oh lawyer, makwaji court order shemu say. Na me say court order ben. I say so your mom is so custody for nkwala. Na me say listen na me dem out so custody in count. That no akwaji so custody we dey den. I say nkwala no yes so metumi aba atena me nkyɛn. Na me say na wo agbrechire. Akwala no wo Ghana. The other parent is so Ghana. Nti say pe baby ma akwala na atena ya wo nkyɛn anasa na wo Ghana ne nkyɛn na also say court ma order. No say say court dey amame. Na me say wow, because so custody is not so responsibility. For example, let me say if you and I'm not even going to check because it's a useless piece of paper. Nti na edebesi ha say na asembisi
Yo,
yeah.
last ma yɛdase ne nkyɛkyɛmu a wode ama yɛn. Yɛhu sɛ ntiaseɛ no edi mu ama yɛn dodoɔ na sɛ tiefoɔ wɔnya tie yi sɛnea lawyer Asma akyekyɛ mu biribi kyerɛ w'adwene biribi nkɔ mu nsinki yie ma wo na wopɛ sɛ wobisa ho questions a akwanya da hɔ nkyɛ bia maybe telephone lines no na wotumi ebisa na ɔno wɔyi ano de ama wo. Na last na ɔkasa yi na kyerɛ sɛ such application no dodoɔ na ɛkɔ akɔgyina so responsibility sɛ abra akwaraa no a ɔba bɛ depending on you no ɔno ɛwɔ Ghana na sɛ for any other country for that matter no na ɔba bɛka wo ho as one parent wɔ ha ɛhɔ na ɛyɛ ana refusal no egyina mu yie paa na afei na yɛ refuse because ntumi nkyerɛkyerɛ nneɛma bi na relationship deɛ ne deɛ na kyerɛ sɛ ɛhɔ no ɛyɛ a na ɛnyɛ den sɛ wobɛnya birth cert kyerɛ sɛ wo ba no na ne din wɔ wo birth cert ne wo din wɔ so na kyerɛ sɛ wo ba no ɛnom no dodoɔ na ɛyɛ a na ɛntaa ɛnyɛ den ɛmma baabiara a na ɛden sɛ parent ne baako ɛwɔ hɔ deɛ a na kyerɛ sɛ ɛma ɛmo ɔden kakra ɛsiane sɛ yɛnim sɛ parent ne deɛ once ɔwɔ baako ne nkyɛn ɔno nso so bɛtumi ahwɛ no nanso wama biribi nso ɛkyerɛ sɛ compelling circumstances ebia na parent no baako ɛnni hɔ na mmom obi na ɛrehwɛ akwaraa no ama wo na akwaraa no a nipa ko no ɛrehwɛ no ama wo no wahu sɛ nsɛmsɛm bi ɛrekɔ so wɔ akwaraa no abrabɔ mu a agencies aba mu ebi ne sɛn social welfare foɔ de aba mu Ghana sɛ ɔmo wɔ din a wɔde frɛ no na anaasɛ police report incident bi yɛakɔ report wɔ police ɛno nso na ɔmo de report aka ho update sɛ ampa akwaraa wei biribi sei ne biribi sei esie ma yɛbɛ report yɛ ɛna yɛrefɛ ɔmo ne ade wei nyinaa in a report no anaa even mpo mante medical deɛ but sometimes ɛyɛ a na menim sɛ the medical situations nso ɛde count sɛ nipa ko no a ɔrehwɛ no anaasɛ akwaraa no wɔ ne nkyɛn bi a na biribi sei yɛ akwaraa no ɛba a akwaraa no onye obiara ɛnsupport na I think sɛ ɛno nso in a way wei deɛ me na meka o lawyer mfa nka ho in a way na mbia na ɛno nso wode aka document no ama na custody a mokɔgye wɔ yɛka ne sɛ court no ɛno deɛ ɛndi mboa nti Asma membisa nsɛmfoa kakra ɛwɔ saa so responsibility no sɛ ɛno na ɛyɛ a na ɛtaare amanfoɔ bebree na sɛ kɔba no sɛ one parent ɛwɔ hɔnom deɛ a ɛtaa ɛwe ɔmo nti no dodoɔ na sɛ parent ne nka baabi na ɔwɔ hɔ a na still a mbia wo koraa nso na woyɛ so responsibility even though the other parent ɛwɔ hɔ ba wo ne so responsibility no ɛno no ɛdɛ mpɔte na wobɛtumi akyerɛ sɛ the other parent ne bia wayɛ nstrand anaasɛ ɔni akwadaa no abrabɔ mu nti no akwadaa no mbia wode no akɔ akɔgya obi a nipa no ɛrehwɛ no ɛna mbia nipa no nso to some extent anaa to some point no waka sɛ mbia ɔntumi nhwɛ akwadaa no bi mpakyɛ ɔhɔ no wobɛtumi akyerɛkyerɛ mu biribi kakraa bi de ama yɛn na yɛnya hɔ nteaseɛ no di mu kɛseɛ de ama yɛn.
So responsibility as someone there, ayana broad. And I want to me pinpoint, but never can we a specific example. Obi omua one bema atena omawo. Bema no ekwehia oba foforo. Bema no say menya oba foforo dia obetumi ama me mma anyway. Enti mapo me mma no. Eba mema side is easier than oba because wapo neba. Enti well, we was another member responsible. It's more easier for Bema to be irresponsible than for Oba to be irresponsible towards Nkwalano. And that's the logic. Enti Sabema na wapo Nkwalano a Oba time bia wodi womuja o maame abra nkoware yese okunu de Oba abrochire de omakoja o maame. But Odija wo maame no since a obedu abrochin den anamo ben na wetu. Ana since a be mani fi nkwala ne life mu no school mu ho titru. Nkomo ben na akoso wo ho. Bebre ye twen a ye de nkwala no betu kwan a na yakwa akwaje one letter bi. It doesn't help. Because ubedu abrochin no you engage the school every week. Email. This is to check up on my child or my children. How has the week been for them? Their progress at school? Is there anything that I should be concerned about? Please keep updating me. So you have a relationship with the school through a particular teacher, be it the class teacher or the school administrator. And the email should come from, say, school email, official email. But say the teacher there, obviously, among other countries, and it's difficult for teachers to have emails which are official. To be on a personal email are fine, but the engagement should be going on. Into Sawaba Broche 3 years, now work of Falcolano, and as a washer Umeya for 10 years. They've been in schools, now Waba Broche. But what Ghana and the other warm, baby, I want one day. Every week, be a work of finance, every day work of Falcolana, they give you update. But since I will do a Broche, how has the conversation been or the communication been with the school? Emails no wahin, and there's a WhatsApp chat no a wahin. In the WhatsApp chat, it's not just with the children, and that's a nipa no ashankolano, but also the school to show that you are still in the life of the child. School will confirm says since be akolano ba school mu hono, omu hu mpo say omu ma akolano maame and that's akolano papa no a abandon akolano. Our record so said this child has a father or a mother, so to speak. And all the time they've been engaging this particular parent. And so aya a boy. The same thing as sorry. Say mosque and I say church. Church, Sunday school teachers be and I say sorry penny phone be over. But kwa only ni communicate. Say mosque so a mosque one so but kwa only communicate about the religious development of Akwalano. Ena also ukwasra Nkwalano how often? Wa brechire ukwasra Akwalano how often? Ni nyina no nti aya na so responsible aya din. It's easier for the child for the visa assessment, application assessment to pass safeguarding threshold than sole responsibility threshold. And to be say, and the sole responsibility no aya din dey adan na mu yimfi ade no mu. Wo ebi muso tumi pass it. Nti omu ntumi yi emfi mu saa. Nti de bia me ka kire nkrofo say I didn't a project. When you say be next year, person kofan kwala. So you have to start early. Into baby I know when to me and you are able to fill those gaps. Obi your application of friend me last week say refusing kwala January no year. Or your application or letter if the other parent, I am kwala mommy. Mommy say I am happy for the children to travel. I'm say, wow, then there's no so responsibility. Since you came, you haven't even bothered to visit the children, and you claim that there's no one looking after the children. You send money to the mother to look after the children, and you claim that there's no other parent. These are all weak points. Omejina so they refuse to application. Now, who boss will say, say nipa ohwe akwala no oyare a evidence ben of course so nipa ohwe akwala no oyare a then that one is required for safeguarding and I say C compelling serious and compelling family circumstances because the nipa no yare a nani nkwa akwala no ho so nani nkwa akwala no ho a that is neglect so neglect aban so a safeguarding matter for akwala no nti yare ben or yare what is the impact on the child or on the person's day-to-day activities. The nipa no anjumi nhwe no ho de a obede no ahwe akwala no ma na yeye. Nti saa evidence no eboa ma wutumi argue say because of sainty the child is neglected and because of that neglect affecting akwala no well-being and you have corroborated that with other evidence. Nti so go for baba now, who focus on the serious and compelling family circumstances now, you are likely to succeed than show responsibility.
Yo, nature says, so responsibility need ye. Ade bi a ɛho hia yie ankasa na kwan a yɛfa so yɛde yɛ no you have to be really careful na wetumi ayɛ lawyer akyerɛkyerɛ mu ama yɛhu atiefoɔ safe no adwene a yɛka kwan a wobɛfa so a wobɛkɔ akɔfa wo ba anaasɛ odi wo ba efiri Ghana bra wo yere anaa wo kunu da so ɛwɔ Ghana na wopɛ sɛ akwaraa no bɛka wo wɔ ha no ɛyɛ na such application yɛ taa refuse panti na yɛhwɛ kwan a wobɛfa so a yɛn refuse saa application no sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ akwaraa no a wopɛ sɛ wobɛka wo wɔ ha no na wabɛbɛka wo ho na ayɛ ebusua no akɔ so enti no ɛno nti na yɛka this particular areas is about so responsibility because ɛno no edi akotene paa wom when it comes to say a parent ne baako ɛwɔ fie no edi nti no sɛ wo to me kyerɛkyerɛ onya evidence ɛkyerɛ sɛ ampa wo ɛna wo hwɛ akwaraa no ɛwɔ fie lawyer akyerɛ nneɛma bebree a wobɛtumi ɛde aka ho na obi bisa question obi bisa sɛ akwaraa no ɔwɔ n'adamfo wei deɛ me kan sɛ nea ɛbɛtumi adiscuss ɔse ɔwɔ n'adamfo hɔ a n'adamfo hwɛ no ɔtaa kɔ Ghana deɛ ɔkɔ a ɔkɔhwɛ akwaraa no nti no it's like a year no ɔkɔ Ghana 4 times or making sure say every 3 months bia no ɔkɔ ɛkɔhwɛ akwaraa no akwaraa no wɔ n'adamfo hɔ a ɔhwɛ no ba maame no wɔ hɔ gye sɛ maame no ni akwaraa no abrabɔ mu na bibia nso nkyerɛ sɛ maame no wɔ n'akwaraa abrabɔ mu ɔhɔ no na menim sɛ lawyer asma the fact say maame no ɛte ase no nko ara deɛ ultimate kyerɛ so responsibility ne koraa na maame no aspect ɔhɔ no ɛdɛn na wobɛtumi maame no nni hɔ but wowɔ evidence kyerɛ sɛ akwaraa no wɔ wadamfo hɔ a ɔno na ɔhwɛ no every 3 months biara wokɔ sika a wode sɛne wadamfo no ne biribiara kyerɛ sɛ wo na wo sɛne sika no ɛde akɔ edu pɛmpɛn so a wadamfo no ntumi nhwɛ akwaraa no bio nti ɛno saa na maame no nso wɔ hɔ ba maame no ni akwaraa no abrabɔ mu wei deɛ ne question a watwe ne tententen na ma summarize no ɔno saa no ɛde mpɔte na obetumi ayɛ afa me sɛ waka bibi kakra deɛ but afei na wadwan ne yɛ ɛde mpɔte na obetumi ayɛ afa ho
Ti maame nso ntumi hwɛ akwala no bio.
ma ɔgyae ɔne ne gyae awareɛ no maame no wɔ Ghana but all the evidence proving that akwaraa no wɔ n'adamfo hɔ a ɔno na ɔne ne kɔ school ɔno na ɔne ne kɔ asɔre ɔno every 3 months biara nso ɔkɔ Ghana kɔhwɛ no ɔwɔ transfers a ɛkyerɛ sɛ ɛkɔ n'adamfo ne din mu in the name of sɛ akwaraa no na ɔbɛhwɛ no ɔwɔ waboaboa saa nneɛma no nyinaa for almost 1.5 years nti obisa sɛ maame no deɛ ɔnwu yɛ ɔda so te Ghana but ɔne no nni hɔ ɔne akora no abrabɔ mu nti no saa no ɔbɛtumi dɛn na ɔbɛtumi ayɛ afa ho.
Yeah, so we have to establish the context first.
Okay.
Maame no ɔne no wo akwalaa no, for example, wedi let's say 10 years.
Okay.
Oh, akwalaa yi na ɔmo mmienu nyinaa na ɛhwɛ akwalaa yi.
Yes.
Yeah, akwalaa yi di 5 years no. Na maame no say ebi kwa na ɔmo anware nti boyfriend
Yeah.
girlfriend akwalaa no baayɛ nti na ɔmo hwɛ no. Bia na akwalaa no te ne maame hɔ. Anasa ne papa hɔ. Obi ma akwalaa no betumi tena papa hɔ. Obi so ma akwalaa no betumi tena maame hɔ. Bia na ɔwɔ maame hɔ. Because of man worrying, maame was also free to
Do
find
what? Yeah. Wait.
minya bema na waware. Na bema no ka say mintumi embehwe obema foforo ba.
Okay.
Nti eda say ubechusu me. Anasa
And now
ubechu.
we choose akwala no.
Ono so nim say so wan choose papa yi a bia no we lose chance.
Worry kwechiri, yes.
Nti afaje atumu sa say me papa so wa papa nti. Mo ka say osumezie akwala no ade na ma wo. So we move
Yes.
on. No, we move on. So there is history or
Yes.
reason. Na papa is so ban na maame. Because you won't give to your friend if you have family.
Yes.
Bia o maame na papa wu. Nti obi ani ho. Oni enuanom. He or the only child. Nti oni siblings. Nti na so dey akwala ma ne friend bi. Friend na wa hwa akwala ya time obaba abrochiri no. Opa ne chow. Unless I'm not on no akwala na te. Ɔne akwalaa yi tena ya ɔbaba abrochiri no na ɔde no ma n'adamfo. So ɔhwɛ no ma because ne maame ni hɔ. Oni maame, oni papa because both parents they are dead. Yɛwo no abakoro nti oni siblings. Nti ɔde no ama n'adamfo but because why will you give your child to your a friend if you have brothers and sisters?
Yes.
If you have parents? It's better to give normally, not even better. Normally, commonsensically or logically. You give the child to other family members if you are going somewhere, maybe what?
Yes. And
Rather
okay.
than yeah, rather. So you see, the case workers, apart from the law, they use their head. And because the conversation we are having is about common sense. Yes,
Yes.
the mother abandoned the child. We understand. Akwala no betina wo nkyɛn. Na chance ba say wo kɔ abrochire. When na wo di akwala be ma no. The first focus will be say, oh, and the me maame nkɔ kasa na ɔnhwɛ akwala no ma me. Yes, sir.
Saa na ɛteɛ, yes.
Nti maame wɔ he we wu ana. Why will you give the child to your friend instead of a family member? So you have to first show say there is no family member.
Family member.
Because
It
you don't have brothers and sisters who are the
yes.
uncles and aunts of this child. And you don't have a mother or father because they are all dead. And so there's no grandparents.
Yes.
The other grandparents now are your maternal side.
Okay.
Maternal side also because of mamina po all this one, they also have nothing to do with the child. Then your story makes sense. It's a little believable. And because of that, your only option is to ask your schoolmates or your childhood friend
Yes.
the child's godparents or godfather or the child's classes teacher or the
Yes.
child's Sunday school teacher or the imam at the mosque
And
or
over
whoever
here.
to say, please, can you look after my child for me? I'm traveling to the UK, but I will make sure that I will continue to play my role whilst I'm
Yes.
looking for somebody else. Can you play the role for me? So you entrusted the child in the care of this person because of
Person.
the activities you had. And the person also said, okay, I will do it for you temporarily. You also came, and that is why you do everything through this person. Because the child is not of age to be able to do
Yes.
it directly with the child. Yeah, dear. How often have you been visiting? Tinipa in the case near good because I see he also he visits
Every
often.
3 months, yeah.
It is very good to prove that
Yeah.
he is directly in the life of the child. Physical
Yes.
care, emotional care, financial care, everything is intact.
That's correct.
The
Yes.
question is, Why can't this friend continue to look after the
To
child?
look after.
What has
Yes.
changed? And whether
Okay.
the friend would have written
We'll
a letter
explain.
saying that
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Susu and so, no, Uncle Mr. Susu and so, John or
Uh-huh.
Charles, I'm sorry. He told me that after a few months, you come for your
Yeah.
child.
Uh-huh.
Now it's 9 months, it's 10 months, it's
Yes.
21 months. It appears
Yes.
that you are not keeping to your word.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm also moving from Accra to Kumasi
Kumasi. Okay.
because of work
Yeah.
or because of love.
Yeah, she even wrote say Nadam no is going to marry, and the new husband of the Adam no doesn't want a baggage with her to the new
Good.
house. So
As I said, so the person will write a letter to say that, so please, I'm giving you 3 months.
uh-huh.
Otherwise, I'll have to leave the child with the government. I will take the child to the government office,
Okay.
the place where they look after abandoned children.
Children. Yes. Mm-hmm.
At that point, you were scared, you were worried, so you really rushed to the where you traveled back
Yes.
to look for somebody. You've been looking, you are not getting anybody. And
Uh-huh.
now you are desperate. And your only
Okay.
option is to bring the
Is to
child
bring the
home.
child to you back here.
Would that make
Okay.
sense to a common sense person?
100%. Okay. So she's got a good case. I'll recommend me and dwelling so much on her case. Now I'll recommend say on bookie appointment to come and see the lawyers, and then the necessary guidelines, 80% of the evidence are obey to me they akofa plan why 80% that into no 20 no onjama lawyers no nko hu na omontumi ene no endi nkɔmmɔ nea aka ho no ɔmode ka ho ma na wɔtumi ayɛ na afei wakɔfa enti no maame no a ɔwɔ Ghana ne deɛ don't worry too much because wotumi put all this thing together. I believe say your application will be successful. Obi wɔ line so menim sɛ wafrɛ concerning the programmer. You are welcome, but I'm not too sure. Pacho ufre for the program na yeye na. Oh, okay. Sorry. Then when I finish, I'll get back to you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Right. So it's here for now for egusu ewa ha yeah can about mistakes a wobɛtumi avoid sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a yɛn refuse wo application abra wokɔ akɔfa wo ba de aba saa dependent child application no koraa ebi wɔ ha. I have another scenario nso wɔ ha a ɔmo no ɛm sɛ ɔmo a ɔmo de school workers yi bi de baayɛ yi ɔmo mmienu nyinaa baayɛ na ɔno time a ɔbaayɛ no wabɛwo visa new application nyaayɛ no for ne COS ɔkɔ renew no okonyaa neɛ wontumi mfa wo dependent nka ho ne bi no ɛno bi na okonya abra o renew ne deɛ no onyanya ne indefinite ne deɛ na wawo akwalaa a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔgye ma akwalaa no nti obisa sɛ a new one a woanya no yɛsɛ ɛno no wontumi mfa wo dependent nka ho nti ne kuro ne deɛ watwere atare baabi koraa ɔno ɛmfa ne ho ɔno nso de asan mu baabi baakora no a waba no ɛna obisa sɛ nti sesi akora no ɔntumi ɛmfa ne nka ne wei no a na ɔsɛ ɔtwɛn na onya ne indefinite ansa na wayɛ ama akwalaa no na sɛ akora no bɛkɔ school ne adeade ne yɛmbisa nkratasɛm sɛ akora no wɔ gyinabea wɔ ha nsɛ yɛagye no ɛm sɛ school ne deɛ mehyɛ no mema ne rech ɛhyɛ ne mu sɛ no deɛ mfa ho akora no ɔdu school time kɔ deɛ nko a deɛ ɛma no akɔ school no enti no ɛne deɛ yɛmfa ntwere hɔ but obisa sɛ ɔbɛyɛ dɛn na ɔne akwalaa no aka ne nkrataa no ho lɔya asoma mpatɔ adaroma
Yo, nti mepacho wobɛboa me na yɛ breaki n'asɛm no ne way no down.
okay
Ɔno ankasa wɔ UK, right?
ɔwɔ UK ha yes
Ɔde dɛn na ɔde wɔ UK?
ɔde COS school worker yɛ na ɔde wɔ UK wɔ ha
Onya no da bɛn skilled worker visa no, onya no da bɛn. That's one point.
the first one wankyerɛ ba ɔsi wenya second one
Nti
second
woyɛ
one ɛnso onya ne nkyɛeɛ
the second one yɛ the same category and it's a different category.
ɔsi code na wenya no eye
then,
ne say untumi mfa o dependent in count. That's her statement.
yeah, but not just no baby, no the bar way so.
Sir.
All right. So that's point one.
Mm.
Point number two. Akwala war UK, right?
Yeah, wa won wo ha.
I
Yes.
wonder what I say. Point
Yes.
number three. Akwala papa wa hin.
Ne papa nso wɔ UK ha.
Ne papa nso wɔ UK ha. Ne papa
Mm.
nso ɔmo sɛ ɔne nkrataa.
Oni bi because foforɔ na ɔno nyaaye no wantumi amfa papa na anka ho.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. They said that certain courts cannot accept dependents.
Yes.
But the father, I'm not sure what the father has. So why can't the father apply for the child if the father has something? See, so there are
Ɔsi
lots
papa
of
ne
things.
ngyina yie. Ne n'asɛm ara ne sɛ
Papa no
papa
nyina
ne
yie.
ngyina yie na ɛkyerɛ sɛ oni bi.
Yes, papa no nyina yie a mpo sɛ nka ɔno ne deɛ no betumi akɔva akwalaa no a nka ɔmɛka sɛ no. Because you must
Ah,
have sole responsibility. Remember, I told you, say, both parents are in the UK and they both have it.
okay.
Both parents in the UK, that's a whole yama kolani UK, both must have it. That's our sole responsibility again.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you know, the only thing about your answer about your application, I shall say, a year, but they will refuse you anyway.
Eh.
Will refuse you anyway. But akolano, on your visa, the amana then.
Yeah, me say, so much point. This is my assumption, even though I don't have to. Yeah, but
Akolane papa.
no,
Episode
Papa ni deɛ on like
on
ɔnka
camera.
nkrataa ne ho koraa nti no ɔmfa ne
Yeah.
nka ho but ɛm sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔne akwaraa no ɔmo tu kwan na ɔngye biribi ma a sɛnea ɔbɛyɛ ɔmo kɔ ɔbɛtumi ne akwaraa no asan aba
Mm,
ɛnyɛ saa nka ɔbɛgya akwaraa no koraa ma ne papa na ɔno akɔ but ɔsɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔne akwaraa no kɔ ɛnam adwumadwuma asɛm yi a nti no nti na obisa no.
right. I mean, hard. I bet you not try
Ah,
actually. I mean, you never know. Be not by your application, that case where cannot I misinterpreting Rano in favor of
okay.
child. And
Ah,
so Tim Rana has no interpreting here there, Obaka said
ɛbɛ
no.
ha adwe
But there's
nti na
nothing
ɛwɔ bi.
wrong. Yen obebuku appointment. Now one man rundown or
Yes.
breakdown of
Yes.
national. Now
Okay.
you can for say, ubetumi aye say, no one making a decision.
That's correct. Yo, many about with me, but more dear na friend lawyers no. Na ko ho. It's here for na hwefo. Afi no adwene a o BWF solicitors for legal hours so na o hwe ye camera sam edimra. Hwe se ne amra no ni embedu. Baby ani embedu. Inti se o pese o fra me be telephone lines na 0207596620 obetumi afrɛ no WhatsApp, obetumi afrɛ no normal telephone call, and you ask your question. Your question can base on this particular topic, or it can base on any other topic for that matter. Yeah, legal and some lawyer Charles Asma ewa ha obeyi wa no na ohu atɔ. Nso yɛnya yɛn first caller ewa ahoma ne so. Mpacho wafrɛ aba BWF Solicitors legal hours so. Wokasa free me ente nka.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kofi.
Okay, Kofi yetie o.
My question is, my nephew on in the year Africa Ghana with the healthcare visa.
Okay.
Now, Oba, so say we apply. I'm a Afrana Obeko training.
Okay.
Now, the question is, all training for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
That time, on in the year in the ban, almost status, because Obejai Nike Ejumano and Sana. Wako amino and no same sister okono on pass it out ye status small time no the same who say or ne yere no ne ban no almost status e be di
Mati, where the eyes wako international border no now who are only this country, also only this country. Now you know fin. Yo, last man, Pacha yeni abe many question. And then a beto or yereni aqualano or more status.
And you say Akwala oba for army.
Or the skill worker ne buy.
Right.
Na say ohwe se nea no mekwe na wa divert akoye army application ema ya fa na fe no ba beko training for 6 months na 6 months na ɔbɛkɔ so free ne current US ne so de akɔ army fo yi na army nso no wompaase a yɛ ma ogyinabea nti obisa sɛ onye free COS yi a ɔkɔ army ɛne yere ne ne mma no ɔmo gyinabea bɛyɛ dɛn mpatwɔ sɛ saa ne wo question no
saa pɛpɛɛpɛ
okay
But all corners so.
ɔwɔ so
Alright, it is saying
nyame adom
Papa we so your papa, me boy. I
Pacho,
papa the
Yes.
man, yeah. Papa we eba no ɔne ne busuafo na eba sɛ ɔbɛyɛ adwuma ma obi. Yes sir.
Pacho ani
Ɛna wonim sɛ ami nso yɛ adwuma nsa wonim sɛ.
Pacho ani
Then first we now ɔpɛ sɛ o change employers me boy.
Pacho ani
How can you change employers and leave your family behind?
wenya clue no
enye clue no
saa ɛne ɛhyɛ ma me a why
Pacho yo
okay producer fa question baako to so ma me obi gyina so but me read what way no so kakra Abraham Cromwell say you have C1 is it higher than B2 of course C1 higher crash than B2 yenko yenim next person Pacho oka se frame yente onka lower gadget now answer question ma me one Pacho where my pickle corn when I know Casano.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Men tie what TV
okay.
me mo yeah, tie what phone mo mama why?
Me pacho. Na me name is me apeke me that's it. Me pacho me that's it. Good morning.
Good morning, mommy.
Yeah, me pacho me naturalization application.
Yeah.
Now me fill the form no, me make mistake use me old passport number.
Okay.
Ebe na me di ebe me new one. Me koye biometric no mo hu ye. But almost say almost to me ya ho hwenti ya say ne ko almost say ne ko but almost feel it almost sure note kan ho.
Okay.
And me copies of my passport and so no. Me old passport me both the old and the new because omo person who me travel history no.
Yes.
Yeah, nti me pacho eno no. And then I was a me year wo ho na omo to me rectify. That's my first question.
Okay. Let's hold on. The first question no. But some we some throw note account now the both copies of the passport in the account.
Pacho sa pepepe.
Until last in this scenario no bibi wo ho so ye ansa na o ma correct.
Me pacho
Oh, yes.
Madam me pacho it is saying
Pacho boko lawyer.
me pacho when no your application ma o.
Me pacho me ana me ye.
When no your what there. All right. Because we na passport into na old one na what the shares one
Me the old passport the number and share so as my new passport.
Na so we application you say na so we passport you say do you have a valid passport?
I have a valid passport, but what happened is now it's scraped together, so I made a mistake.
Let's break it down. With your application, I said, do you have a valid passport? You say yes. Now what the passport number and the details are shared so. In the passport, I would share so ewu and I say ewu. They say who dear, how did you put the expiry date there? Still I know a continue now.
I don't know how it happened. I think I picked the passport number and then used the.
No, you might have clicked something because.
Yes, that's why I did.
Yeah, with the passport number share so, but the detail, the expiry date, a new one there.
Pepe.
Yeah, this Pepe there. One more confusing information. What about sound that? I mean, well, they may you can wait. You can wait. I'm not sure what. No, me can not. So I don't know. I say no. We have found something which doesn't make sense. Then you can go. You can send them where you have to send them. No, my who said this is the one. Yes, answer. They may say whatever. Now why take action? At the moment, you don't know what they are going to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And if someone picking something upward, they will tell you what to do. The chances are they will overlook it and give it to you, or they will not overlook it and say, no, we cannot grant it, or bring something to explain why, or give us the correct passport for record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of that, I will not tell you to withdraw and start all over again because it's expensive. Super
Yeah.
chain.
Okay.
You can always make another application. Why?
Okay. Now, last na on to
Okay.
mention a letter and BB and
Actual letter
what letter that yes.
and I
And I
understand.
didn't so say or 2 copies ni nyina koye no. So nya good case worker obehwe. Na
Yeah,
inti
so
ba
that,
me
yeah.
wo dia obeye atwan ne sempai but why?
Mpacho you, that's it.
Sherman me,
Mpacho, my second question. Mpacho, quick one. Me when the demo no mpacho me to me to kwine.
There be and the my lawyer crank kasa.
Emergency and
Mpacho
who emergency?
Mpacho
I said I wouldn't say over emergency. Now passport passport on which year?
There be my passport.
Mind your passport. I mean, so which not train. Why? Say, if you say mean train so Sunday you could win definite and
Mpacho me come indefinite.
yeah, because we took because we took naturalization application has been abandoned. Uber backer, you can do put in another naturalization application. You don't lose your indefinite.
I see. So that one they can do that. So because of me 2.0, ebe cancel me naturalization. No?
You were asking me a question, say, what application them can you travel and ask? That's the question, me boy.
Yes, that's the question.
Yeah, maybe that was say, Ube to me a chin so and I was no, you have to go by all means. Yes, sir. It
Yes.
doesn't really matter what will happen. Yeah. Because either way you have to go. In America will not make a difference. That's why I was asking you.
Okay.
Is it an emergency?
Okay.
Does it require your presence? This I want to be secret about application at Demunua. You still have your indefinite. You can put in another application. Because that is the going is more important than the application at Demunua. Yes, sir.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So you choose one. At least you will not lose your indefinite. Yeah, until someone can affect, someone can be and found when they are fine, case closed, you're still okay. Someone can be found when they are, you can still make another application because either way,
All right.
you must
Thank you very
go.
much.
Yeah, so don't worry. Bye.
All right. You
Thank you.
producer
Thank you.
when mommy share program no man one poucho
Mpacho you.
Thank you. Now, lawyers, ma, before I read my next question, now I know MBA, I stand to be corrected. When say oh yeah application, producer Fato Sumami. When say oh yeah application, now uja ho echo you're traveling no a cancer application now oh yeah whatever application it is into but your enter
That's the technical point. But because we hear naturalization and here live to remain.
okay
And so
okay
you want this who no acquire extension. Until no abandon near
what
demo.
abandon
But we nipa kuta indefinite. And now
yes
the naturalization, which is citizenship application.
akotum
Whether they give the person or not, the person has
or
the
me
permanent resident
indefinite
anyway.
okay
Yeah, so it's a question of does it really matter whether they've traveled or not? But so we share case letter or you're too stricter, or like I say, oh, this is it. And see, wait to find it there, say. Because no more whom person wait to find. Because normally, no, so passport, when China will be too quiet, you have to request your passport.
yes
But
but we know
who
what the passport
requested it automatically, they know say why abandon
no
at But so our passport no one change. Now we too quiet. No will be a name say way too quiet there. So they still think so application them.
them
Yes,
okay
so these are the
you
things. But either way, MPO, if they say way to quiet, you say way to quiet because airport for Abakachar is a way to quiet.
it to
No, mostly the application is abandoned that she can make another
A
application.
new application. Yo, producer, obi wala is but I mean kind of board ni so ansana na ya kominia Danny C Woods C or Cy Woods Pachomebo didn't wrong Fatima was say thank you so much, and it's a very good topic. Please, if the both parents are in the UK, the man is a main applicant with a different wife, and their mother also is a student, all in the UK. Can any of the parents go and bring the kids? Ah, okay. Last one. Pacha, what's the
Yeah,
question? I say.
well, so if the student visa allows for dependent, because there are
Dependent, right?
restrictions on student visas.
Okay.
So if the student visa allows for dependent, then the
Mm-hmm.
student parent can bring the child, or the skilled worker
Parent.
dependent parent can bring the child. Any of
So
them.
in the same way, if the even if the student visa doesn't allow dependent, but the parents maybe based on the previous COS can allow dependent now, can she still go and bring the dependent?
So in this case, parents
Mm-hmm.
no dependent, meboa.
Eh,
So the other parent no dependent.
uh-huh.
Nti na ọwọ ha na so because the skilled worker person or you depend on your main, right? Main applicant with a different wife. Okay, so the man is a main applicant. So
Yeah,
the man
main
is the main applicant, so he will bring the child. Send us
okay.
all your dependent and so on. The other main one will bring the
Bring
stepchild.
the okay. Hey, they are complicated, mommy.
No, I get complicated. Two.
Uh-huh.
Who are me? No, what am I back
Yeah.
UK as a skilled worker? Who now we are skilled worker? Maybe a
Uh-huh.
dependent. Men
Yes.
so akwala na me wo no no o maame na me no wo ye no ono so a student e wo krom ha say. So
Yes.
we share responsibility for the child.
Yeah,
But I am
okay.
a new lover. Le bi ono
Uh-huh.
so bo no bra. Okuta
Uh-huh.
student visa. Can she
Yes.
bring the child as a student? If the rules allow the person to bring the
She
child as a
can.
student, she can.
Uh-huh.
There will be
But
no
if
sole
the rule doesn't
responsibility.
allow,
There will be no sole responsibility issue because both
okay.
parents are
I
legally
hear.
in the UK.
That's correct. Mm-hmm.
That's point one. The second point is if the
Mm-hmm.
student cannot bring the child, then we look at the skilled worker. No,
Uh-huh.
I'm a dependent. You are
Mm-hmm.
my main. This is
Yes.
my child. I
Yes.
cannot bring my main and the child because I'm just a dependent. I depend on you. So
Uh-huh.
you, the stepmother of my
Yes.
child, will bring the child together with
Child.
me.
Okay. It makes
But,
sense now.
but if
Um,
I am the main,
uh-huh.
then I don't really need you. I can bring my child.
My child.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Ọtịfọ ọhwẹfọ a otie me nso bi wọ line so mpacho bisa question no na yɛnkɔ yɛnim. Why? Good morning. Mpacho figure voice kakra ma me.
Pacho, I fancy nipa yi opposite. Na I think
Baby a wogyina no wo break o nti me nti nea woka no.
okay. Pacho
Kasa me tie o yeah. Mhm.
na 2020 before say you will be free na yeah our na yeah two more.
Okay.
Ana mo refuse 2023 20 ana mo de maame ana me kuma June 23 by house no or the our that time na
Honestly, bra, me question no oh bisa, but me a breaky efficacy, so I'm not getting the real picture of your question. Na share question I say biom ka jina baby ye mami wa mpacho.
Okay. The patrol EU pre-settle.
Okay.
Now our year 2020 is in by alternate
Okay.
and 82. 20 March 20 I'm grant and I will run June. June. My spouse was say divorce
The line is bad. The line is bad.
The line is really bad, honestly. First one on Matthias, yes, say, Moya waren 2020, Brexit Nansana Eba, and but Ube Remu, now Uyere Noaha, and now Ube Remu June the following year, right?
No, 2023.
Ube Remu June 2023, Ewo Kromuha.
Yes.
And now say Danny refuse ye.
No, someone the application 2020, no, 2023 the moment, we went 2023 too.
Okay.
Now, as far as the our Nigeria, no, data, to be who other option be a bit, I go through.
Oh, okay.
In case,
okay. All right. My main trust, main two, the may a little bit assumption. Last man, 2020, no more worry, na omudi two mu, but no Ghana. I am omenya respond until say 2023, no omenya response, and now the buy a becan, you do 2026, na the divorce tata, no, so feel say, onya indefinite, so divorce na onim your obey. So from the 2020 no more worry, I'll be removed 2023 no. You what 2026 no. So you need Jana, obet me can you say it's hard to call this. Your application, yes.
Oh yeah, no, we just say we're retaining the right.
Retain the right, yes.
Yeah, once we're retaining the right, the time is so for indefinite or no bit to me. Obe prove say no ni oba ne neti up to time on we no. And since we no until it can be, that's fine.
Okay. You me wa question back voice note. Yeah, question him. But mami member na yenti ehia ye ankasa. Okay, let me look for the right. Mebo na eti.
Hello. Pachola ya. Boko de yo. Pacho no one send me you be busa o. Ba ko ye. Pacho mpese me kofa me yere efi Ghana ba.
Oh. Okay. Capture Mebo. I didn't call off. Right. Oh. That's fine. Sorry, my main bow because I didn't have me born echo. I don't know why echo. Right. Okay.
Hello. Pachola ya. Boko de yo. Pacho no one send me you be busa o. Ba ko ye. Pacho mpese me kofa me yere efi Ghana ba. Nti me busa say document ben na ebe me here the aba document ben na me here na me the akofa me yere efi Ghana ba. Now the second question did you say documents no financial threshold are 29,000. But the last year now 2 years now be the support to application. Like say yeah 2023 to 2024 or 2024 to 2025 or 2026. Yeah. That's
Okay. Hello, yes, man, Pacho. Wadaroma. I hope so. Unya
All
question.
right. You say up requirement to bring Nairi.
Yes.
Okay. I assume say on one or any status because of
Or you're
the
British, yeah. Or you're British, yeah.
Did kind so previous our status. It did a chance so previous on the urban relationship. I'll just give the categories, not specific
Okay.
document, because
Okay.
if you mention a document, not or confer any rubbish, because a lawyer no can't say here way. So I'll just mention the requirement
Categories.
within the rules. One, you need immigration status meet the immigration status requirement. You also need to meet the relationship requirements based on marriage or based on living together for 2 years.
Okay.
You need to show the financial requirements based on income of 29,000 before tax a year. You need to show that the relationship is ongoing and therefore you have been together engaging communication, financial support, having things in common, and everything else. So these are the things I will say. And of course, accommodation. Then nimpa no so also prove the English language proficiency at A1 level. Yeah, and I'll be success Sikano. Sikano must be 6 months up to the date of application. 6 months, no years. 6 months.
Okay. Yo, lawyer, yeah, that's so. Ain't no, say me bobo so na say relationship no, any financial, any deɛ yɛwia yɛbɛtie mmere no aso nti no lawyer asɛm a yɛbɛda ase na na adwumadie no akɔ yi dodoɔ no a mentumi anka mo messages no momfa nkyɛn me nuabaa Sandra Fraser ɛte sɛn wode information a ɛbɛ direct to BWF Solicitors hɔ ahwɛ ɛyɛ no nyinaa wode abɛgu dwa na nkurɔfo ehu Moreno Richie say good morning everyone and happy Independence Day. Moreno yɛgye so papa happy Independence Day to everyone. Sana George Ochre so say good morning sister. Mejo so bra George mejo so papa na adai Safonso say please share when you join. Say messages need also but I think say we have to call it a day. And shall send them but emre na ayebe until last ma yeah babe sorry so and then so be so free but we don't have time for that anymore. But then not be giant answer na yako.
Yo, viewers, listeners, today we touched up on skilled worker dependent child application, how to avoid refusal. We looked at why people are refused in the first place. We understood that in applying for your child, you must ensure that both parents are legally in the UK. You must also ensure that the other parent is accompanying the child to join the other parent in the UK. If the other parent is in another country, you must ensure that the other parent who is in another country has legal residence there. If not, then the parent in the UK must show that one of the three requirements under Appendix Children, paragraph CHI 3.2 is present. One, that the other parent is dead and that the one in the UK has become the surviving parent. If you're able to prove that, then the child must live with you, and that is why you are bringing the child over. The other one is that the other parent is alive, but the parent in the UK has sole responsibility. Sole responsibility is difficult to prove, and therefore most people are not able to meet it. Most of the things will be centered around the fact that the one in the UK is responsible for making all day-to-day decisions pertaining to the life of this child, educational decisions, healthcare decisions, physical care decisions, emotional care decisions, and mentorship decisions, and career decisions, all these things. So if the other parent in the UK cannot prove that they are responsible for all these decisions, then it will be difficult to show sole responsibility. So responsibility is not about the custody of the child or where the child must live. And so if you bring sole custody order to the caseworker will say this is not evidence of sole responsibility. The application will be refused. Also, the moment you take permission or you seek permission from the other parent, you have confirmed that there is shared responsibility. The application will be refused. For consent is confirmation of responsibility. Therefore, if you're only sending money to the child, WhatsApp messages with the child, that is not enough evidence of sole responsibility. So add engagement with the school, engagement with the church, engagement with the person looking after the child, and so on and so forth, and why the child cannot remain where they are. If not, then you have to look at serious and compelling family circumstances. That makes the exclusion of the child from the UK undesirable. and that is paragraph CHI 3.2C. C is the main bit where you're able to prove that even though you don't have sole responsibility, even though the other parent is still alive, if the child is not relocated, the child's life will be affected and becomes a life or death situation or safeguarding matter. And with that, you have to prove that there's harm, there's risk for the child. If you're not able to prove that, then you cannot prove safeguarding matter, and the application will be refused. So whenever you want to make an application to bring your child to the UK as a skilled worker dependent child, make sure that you have first sought advice on the immigration matter from a lawyer who understands these rules, not any pocket lawyer, and that the lawyer has given you the full checklist, and that you've gone through the checklist and worked on the list of things you need and discussed with the lawyer before you put in the application. Give yourselves ample time, 6 months to 1 year, and plan it so that the application will succeed likely. These are the things to consider, but there's always opportunity to seek for more clarification if you need it. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you to Lawyer Charles Asma. It's a phone for Patroma Mufreno, Miss Remo, Mempiki calls Nibium Yamia Duma, Yabeshene Otna, Obi sending message by Fatchemi, me hunting tem, it's in next week, and I say Yamia Dumochna, Messenia for the community and the law, and so Ewo Otnamini Abemo Riku Bidinemo. And I'll send it to him. Now, won't be sent no me send no link and also no wait because we be our question or na lawyer amount answer. Madam Munyanasi, Mamma Bash, Nyame, come on, Madam Asi, say my joining Tilly. Thank you so much. And all those who are able to share, all those who are able to like our page, and all those who are able to subscribe to our page, and so Nyame and Madam Asi. Have a lovely weekend. And then when said this weekend, the Independence celebration, Bob Suwo baby, up to Sunday, baby, bosso. So have a lovely weekend, and then make sure you thank me later. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Based in London, we are a dynamic award-winning firm specialising in a range of legal services. Welcome to BWF Solicitors, a trusted and experienced law firm specialising in immigration and nationality, appeals and judicial review, dispute resolution, family and matrimonial, and other family law disputes with international context. These include matters such as private child arrangement orders, contestant and uncontested divorce, non-molestation for domestic violence, and financial remedy. Our childcare and family team appreciate the issues facing you at such a difficult time. Our advice is delivered in a confidential and sensitive manner. Meet Bernard Owusu, our esteemed senior partner, with over 32 years of experience and known for his expertise and dedication to serving our clients and the community. BWF Solicitors stands for integrity, respect, excellence, teamwork, diversity, inclusion, and service to the community. We provide tailored assistance specific to your case. At BWF Solicitors, every day is filled with dedication, creativity, and a commitment to finding the best solutions for our clients. Our team at BWF Solicitors is ready to assist you with all your legal needs. You can find us at the 4th floor, Anna House, 214 to 218 High Road, Seven Sisters, London, N15 4NP. Our main office line is 0208 493 7340, or our emergency line is 07712 761 884.